Hey, this is Brian Shuck. I'm the lead singer of Julien K.
I'm Alex Gonzalez, and I play drums.
And you are watching Concert Crap.
Hey guys, it's Karen with Concert Crap, and I'm here with Julien K. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thank you for having us.
All right, you guys just got off the stage not long ago, opening for the Revolution 3 tour, Bush, the Cult, and Stone Temple Pilots. How has it been so far? I know you're nearing the end.
It's been fantastic. I mean, these bands have been absolute gentlemen and angels to us. I mean, they've treated us so good. They treated us like family, like we're in the bands. I mean, it's really, really great. Not only that, but these are three of our favorite bands. They're three of the best bands in the world. And it's an honor to be out here with them. And it's been really, really good. Their fans seem to like us a lot. We've been gaining a ton of new fans. The crew of all three crews have been treating us like gold. I mean, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic.
I mean, some of these people in these bands, I mean, they're important people.
Yeah.
And they're going out of their way. What's your name? What's your name again? I mean, trying to remember it. And the next day they remember your name and all that stuff. And it's just like you said, it's just family. It's so inviting everyone. It's just been an incredible experience.
Which is not totally normal.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I can't say it surprises me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Good to hear that this tour is going well. So, you guys had a really short set tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How is that? I mean, you played quite an interesting array of songs, and it was enough to get me to like the band.
Yeah.
But do you go about building a set list that short and grabbing people's attention, really?
You have to think hard. And we not only that, but typically, last night we headlined our own show. Obviously, much smaller venues.
I was
but
getting to that.
we had a really great show.
Yeah.
Really good show last night. And when you see a Julien K show, you're going to see keyboards on stage and sample pads and all this kind of stuff, because we're an electronic kind of electro rock band. Very much born from the ashes of Orgy, so playing a show like this, we kind of had to leave all the keyboards and stuff out because, we only have a few minutes. We only have a few minutes to get ready. We don't have staff, people, or anything like that. So we got to go up there and kind of play some rock and roll songs, songs that are a little bit more guitar heavy and all that kind of stuff. So that narrows it down. Then you kind of have to be really, really smart with what we think is going to flow really nicely, into each other. What has the least amount of guitar changes, because we don't have time to burn. You also need a second to talk to people and kind of tell people who you are. So we have to sit down, and I would say we spent quite a bit of time figuring out how do we take our hour or 10-minute long set and squeeze it into something that's going to get people's attention. And how do we use Blue Monday in the most effective way? Do we use Blue Monday? How do we deal with all of the little I guess you'd call it the fishing line to go out there and kind of get people to give you a little bit of attention and register in their heads and remember you. But I think we did a good job. I mean, the set's been really well received, and we've switched it around a few times. So some of these shows we played some different songs. We've kind of messed with it. And
The good thing is that we have the material to do that.
Yeah.
So Julien K is a very diverse band in a sense that you can have things that are pop influenced, that are hook driven, and things that are very raw, very electronic, very heavy. And there's some songs that it's like, oh, we can't play that.
Yeah.
So it's
there's
nice.
no guitars.
Yeah, no guitars, and it's strong. It's very heavy, but it's great that we have such a large catalog that we can choose from, and it was hard. It was like, oh, what songs do we play? Oh my God, we should play this one. But no, we're happy with the choices we made, and like you said, we have a short amount of time to really get the point across. We could play another song and not speak to the crowd.
Yeah.
So it's just a tough decision, but.
It's kind of like we figured because of this crowd, it would be Blue Monday would be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And you have to play your new single, right? So Photovoltaire, the third song. And then that leaves you with two others. You got to be smart.
Yeah.
Got to be tricky.
Now, you brought up the smaller gig last night. That was at the Greasy Luck in Bedford, right? And then tomorrow you are in Rhode Island, in Providence. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the venue. Music Hall, yeah. Which I hear is a really cute venue. I haven't made it out yet.
Yeah.
So, how is it going along? Because you have a lot of stuff in here, and like you brought up with all the keyboards and stuff, logistically, how do you make that transition happen? Do you have to put yourself into another mindset?
A little bit, yeah. You have to even down to the logistics planning of how the vehicle and the trailer with all the equipment is packed. You know, you have to do things in a certain way so you can unpack correctly for these shows and unpack correctly for the other shows. Because our headlining shows, we're bringing, you know, for a smaller venue, we're bringing in a complete professional lighting package. So we have our own, you know, full light show and everything going on. And then you have to, obviously, a lot of that stuff stays on the trailer, you know what I mean, for a show like this. So even down to the choice and design of our amps, we purposely chose things that, like we have quarter stack amps made by Dave Friedman, they're custom made, and they're slightly smaller heads. Everything we've done is designed to be able to get in and out of these kind of tricky situations, to have a huge sound, which I think we sounded, you know, I mean, people have been telling us it's really good sounding. Guitars are really, really awesome.
It is. It was really clear, and it wasn't kind of tinny. It was good.
That's thick and like good. Yeah. So we had to design something that we'll work in these clubs and we can roll right on stage here and make it happen. So that there was a lot of planning and technical discussions and stuff like that about how to do it.
Okay. And now speaking of music, there's an Indiegogo campaign going on right now, right? For your next album.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that before I start asking questions of you.
Well, it's called Harmonic Disruptor.
Nice.
And we've been passing these out to people who are interested in the crowd. And it's instructions for how to go to Indiegogo.com, super ubiquitous, popular crowdfunding platform. And if you type in JKHD in the search, you'll find this campaign, which was #1 in the world, just like our other 4 campaigns. So we're on campaign number 5 of being the top music category in the world. And we're, I think, 800% funded. We did $20,000 the first day. So our fans have become a powerful record label. You know, I mean, we're out here as an indie band with like the biggest bands in the world. And, you know, I don't know if we got no staff, we got nothing. It's just us and our fans. You know, and these are all a lot of new fans, but it's all the independent hardcore fans of Julien K that make this happen. I mean, we've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars directly from our fans, and we deliver bitchin' music in return.
Okay, so what kind of bitchin' music are we gonna get on the album?
You're gonna get, actually, if you go to this campaign, there's a 3.5 minute long kind of commercial that we put together, and we're kind of known for our little commercials because we put a lot of thought in effort into making them very unique and cool, and you really get a sense for what we're doing. And not only that, you're going to hear a lot of virtually finished music. So unlike a lot of bands where they kind of sit down like this, and they go, "Hey, I'm Ryan Shuck from Julien K. You know, we really need your help." We don't do that. You know, we don't do that at all for an album that's not even written or recorded. Typically what we do is we almost do all the work. We almost get it completely done. We put together something that's virtually a music video, you know, and I narrate it. We make it this exciting, enigmatic thing, and we give you a big old chunk of what this shit sounds like. And they know that they're gonna get a finished product really soon. And so we built up that trust with the fans. This new music is gonna be very much about going back to what put us on the map. So we are going to be breaking out all the guitars and stuff that we used in Orgy, all the detuned 7 strings and baritones, and the stuff that we used in Death to Analog. We're definitely kind of reaching back into the 90s, to be honest with you, into that kind of Nine Inch Nails broken kind of Ministry, that all the kind of stuff that got us super excited about guitars and electronic music being like a thing. We're going back in and kind of dusting that off because we don't really think that anyone's doing it right now.
And I think that's really lacking right now, considering that I have a lot of favorite bands that I love. I'm like, oh, finally a new record after 20 years. And I hear it, I'm just like, it's kind of like...
Yeah.
You kind of want that thing.
Yeah.
They're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and they try to change it, or they're trying to do it, but it's just not relevant to now.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's most important about Harmonic Disruptor is that, yes, it is reaching to the old style of Orgy and Death to Analog, but even in my opinion, at that time, kind of no one was doing that. Like, oh, that's so still so cool. And yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to do. But Harmonic Disruptor is modern. And yet again, you're gonna get a touch of that old school orgy stuff that you loved, and Dead to Analog, and I think the fans are really gonna love it, and I think a lot of the new fans are expecting that type of sound.
So some of those bands that you are listening to right now, what kind of music are you guys listening to right now? What kind of influences also are going to be on the album? Do your personal favorites count as influences towards the music?
Sometimes. In this album, I wouldn't say there's going to be a lot of stuff that I or Alex really listens to on a daily basis that's really going to be in there. I think that when we're designing a Julien K album or project or a collection, it's a little bit like a fashion collection, right? So Alex and I might be listening to Cold Cave and fucking, I don't know, what are some of these cool dark wave bands and shit that we clan up Zymox and all this kind of shit. And sure, some of it might creep in there a little bit, but when you're doing a Julien K collection or a project like Harmonic Disruptor, we put together, mainly actually Amir puts together a style council, and he'll go back through and find all these obscure tracks from the 80s and 90s and all this stuff for like Killing Joke and like just shit and songs that you never would have like, oh fuck yeah, with that bass tone is really cool.
Yeah.
And we'll put together a very lengthy fucking style council, and we'll go, okay, this is kind of what we want to hit these feelings. This is the feeling you get when you listen to this is the feeling we want to get doing this. So, some of the modern stuff that we listen to, I'm sure it creeps in, but we pretty methodically go for a thing. Like, we're getting really good at it. California Noir, we went for a thing. We're Here With You, we kind of went for a thing. Death Analog, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We just kind of, are we still an orgy or not? What's going on? And it turned out to be a seminal record. I'm surprised. It's become this like classic thing.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked on it. So now we're going to kind of go back to that and kind of really exercise those demons. And obviously with the passing of Chester, Harmonic Disruptor now has a whole new meaning. It did have another meaning. Now the meaning is there's a new era.
Yeah.
And I got to deal with that, and we're going to deal with that in the lyrics and the music, and we already have. I mean, I belted out a couple songs like right off the bat that are, it's not a happy place.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a cool, dark, heavy record. People who love Julien K, love Orgy, love Nine Inch Nails, love all that shit that we love growing up, you're going to love this album.
Awesome. Now, I have to apologize. I keep getting distracted by your tattoos while you talk and your artists because they're really well done, and I really like the colors on them.
Thank you.
So,
Wow. Thank you.
No, some tattoos you see sometimes are kind of, but I really like the colors in those. So, are you planning on getting any more tattoos, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just a time thing.
Yeah.
It's just I'm a weirdo, and I don't want to get a tattoo on tour. I don't want to because I get up there and get really sweaty and and I'm wearing leather and all this kind of. The last thing I want is
hot out there.
a staph infection or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm a freak. We're playing a tattoo convention down in Mexico at a resort, and everyone, of course, is like, they're the best tattoo artists in the world are going to be there, and some of them are fans of our music, and we're fans of theirs. And of course, everyone wants a tattoo, and then I'm sitting there going like, yeah, but I don't want staph, because I want to get in the water and have fun and have drinks.
Yeah, and be in the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would they have it in Cancun?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, man? You should have it in Alaska.
I'm excited about it.
Where everyone could bundle up and like be, so it's just, for me, it's just a time thing. You need a couple weeks to get healed up. I know people do it on tour and get them tattooed. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do it. Sweat all over it.
I will.
You would?
I will.
Yeah.
Do you have plans for the next one?
I think as we approach Arizona or something like that, I'll probably get some there.
Yeah, that could work because that's so close to home. We'll be home soon after that.
And we have friends there.
Yeah, we have Club Tattoo. Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else that you would like to add before we wrap it up?
I would just say that we want to thank the people that have supported us in all of our crowdfunding ventures. And I want to thank our fans for hanging in there for so long and kind of supporting us as we sort of figured out how to do what we're doing. And now we're actually out here doing it. We're touring again. We've become a profitable company again. We've got some new band members that are awesome, that are actual writers and contributors. We're really set up for some great things. So I just want to tell everyone how grateful I am for them being there for us. And every day that we see them, we're really, really happy. We know we're not a big, giant, cool band. We know we're an independent little band that has a lot of work to do. Doesn't matter how many millions of albums we sold in Orgy and all this other shit. I don't care. We know that this band has to work, and we're grateful for everyone's support.
Thankfully nowadays, being an independent band not only is possible, but seems like it's the better way to go.
it's a good way to go. It's the only choice you have usually, and right now that's probably our only choice. A label can help you do something that it's really hard to do as an indie, and that is get on the radio, and that does help a lot. So we're constantly wrestling with that. You know, do we do a label deal and then our whole world changes, right? Or do we keep it indie and you know, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know?
There is a small fragment of bands that have achieved worldwide success overall.
Yeah.
I think there's bands like Metric.
Very small. Yeah.
Like
Very
Metric,
small.
and they're self-sustaining,
Yeah.
or Tycho, also self-sustaining, but have they really reached worldwide success? Like
Yeah.
Radiohead, bands that are here,
Yeah.
and the labels can do that.
They still have that power.
They still have that power.
Fortunately, unfortunately, whatever it is. Radio.
It seems like it is lessening though. You see a lot more people listening to Sirius XM and that kind of stuff versus like regular radio.
Labels are so up in that shit.
Yeah, really.
And
They're still there.
They're even more powerful.
Yeah, they're even
Wow.
in Spotify.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
That I know,
directly
yeah.
dealing with
Playlists,
Sirius,
the playlists.
yeah, and even the stuff that looks indie
Yeah.
is
not.
you will
Wow.
you look a little harder and you'll find down below Sony. You'll find like I'm serious. There's
Yeah.
been stuff where I'm like, oh wow, this band's really breaking. This is like this independent cool thing, and then I look, I'm like, oh, but it's actually an Interscope owned thingy over there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So the labels, you know, deal right now. They are smart. You know, they're not stupid. You know, unfortunately or fortunately, they really wait for you to do a lot of the work and write the songs
Yeah.
and get everything going, get a fan base going, and then they come in and swoop in and try and, you know, they can kick the ball over the 20-yard line, and they're like, who's getting this
Random
band?
moment.
Yeah. First thing a label would do would be put that guy in jail. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's a double-edged sword. So it's not something that we are not ruling it out. You know, it might be something we might hit a kind of a ceiling. You know, I worry and wonder about that all the time. But I have to just keep faith in our music and in our fans. The fans are the most important thing. So we just got to stay true to them, whatever we do.
All right, now I'm gonna wrap it up because I know you guys have another interview after me. So thank you so much for joining me
Thank
today,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
It's been really great speaking with you,
Thank
and
you.
it was a lot of fun watching you live.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All right, guys, this has been Karen with Concert Craft, and we will catch you next time.
Thank you.